Oh, I've been waiting for this for a long time, viewers. My name is 480 Volts. Welcome to my next Let's Play. This is the game that inspired me to go back into making Let's Plays in the first place. This is quite possibly my favorite video game of all times. This is Let's Play Final Fantasy 3! Wait, what? 3? I thought this was Final Fantasy 6! What a ripoff! I should sue! Well, actually, this is Final Fantasy 6. Funny little story here. What happened was, back in the day, Final Fantasy 1 was released in America and Japan and all that. And then Final Fantasy 2 and 3 were skipped, as you all know. I've told this story before, but yes, Final Fantasy 2 and 3 were skipped in America. They were released in Japan, but not in America, for whatever reason. So when they came out with Final Fantasy 4, which they did release in America, they called it Final Fantasy 2. So that way we Americans would have Final Fantasy 1 and 2. And then they would they decided not to release Final Fantasy 5 in America for whatever reason. And then, when they came out with Final Fantasy VI, they decided to call it Final Fantasy 3 in America. So that way we Americans would have Final Fantasies 1, 2, and 3. Their goal was to avoid confusion. I don't know if they succeeded or not, because a lot of people are still confused on this matter. So, just bear with it. This is really Final Fantasy 3, or sorry, this is really Final Fantasy 6. See, I'm confused. This is the original North American Super Nintendo release. This is not a fan translation or a hack or anything like that. This is not the PlayStation Anthology translation, which is called Final Fantasy VI. This is the original American release of Final Fantasy III as translated by Mr. Ted Woosley. Let's get this game going. 1994. There is the 20th anniversary edition remake was released for I think maybe PSP, I don't know. Definitely for like smartphones and whatnot. Like I could get it on my new iPhone if I wanted to, and I'm considering it, although it does cost a penny. But anyway, let's get into this. If I can start. Why can't I start? Oop. Start. There we go. Had to find my keys. Long ago, the War of the Magi reduced the world to a scorched wasteland, and magic simply ceased to exist. I've heard it is actually pronounced Magi, so that's what I'm going to call it. 1,000 years have passed, iron gunpowder and steam engines have been rediscovered, and high technology reigns. Oh, so we're moving out of the medieval times and going into a little bit more industrial, steampunk times. But there are some who would enslave the world by reviving the dread destructive force known as magic. I think he meant dreaded destructive force. Yeah, if you're looking for a good translation to play, this is probably the best, in my opinion. Can it be that those in power are on the verge of repeating a senseless and deadly mistake? Anthology's translation is just about the same as this. There's some few minor differences here and there. So, in fact, one of them you're going to see here in just a second. Oh, that's loud. Ah, I got soldiers in mech armor. 2 guys and a girl with green hair. That means awesome. Okay, now you see his name is Vix. Okay, well, in the original game, his name was actually supposed to be Biggs. And for some reason, Ted Woosley mistranslated it into Vix. His name was translated correctly in Anthology's version, and also in, the Game Boy Advance version too. And I imagine the new release that came out this year. So, his name is actually Biggs. And you'll see why it's so clever here in a second. There's the town. Wedge. Hard to believe an Esper's been found intact there, 1,000 years after the War of the Magi. See that? Wedge. Biggs and Wedge. But for some reason Ted Woosley said Vix and Wedge. I guess Ted Woosley was not a Star Wars fan, and no one in the studio cared enough to let him know that the name was actually supposed to be Vic or Biggs. So, like I said, his name is really supposed to be Biggs. Biggs and Wedge. These guys would appear in later Final Fantasy games, such as 7, 8, 9, and I don't know. Maybe I don't know if every single game afterwards. I don't know. Biggs and their names are correctly translated from here on out. Biggs and Wedge also appeared in Chrono Trigger, which is another Square RPG for the Super Nintendo, and also translated by Ted Woosley, where he would once again misinterpret his name and call him Vix. But I will call him Biggs because that is what his name is supposed to be. So, looking for an Esper, huh?
Think it's still alive? Probably, judging from the urgency of our orders.
The green hair girl's not saying much.
And this woman, this sorcerer, why is she here?
Sorcerer? Black magic woman or green haired lady?
I heard she fried 50 of our Magitech armored soldiers in under 3 minutes.
Oh dang, she's a beast.
Not to worry, the slave crown on her head robs her of all conscious thought. She'll follow orders.
Yeah, don't worry, we're controlling her. We're like making her a zombie. She's cooperating against her will.
We'll approach from the east. Move out.
Alright, so we have our mission. Go find the Esper. I like that we don't even know what's going on. They just throw us in it. And oh man, I love this opening credit scene. I need to open turn the music up. This music, this credit sequence. First time I ever played this game, I was like, I just knew. I was like, this is going to be an epic adventure, and was it ever? But the only thing I don't like about this game is the obligatory pit of side quests that the game literally throws at you towards the end. Just to be clear, there is a grand total of, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8. Oh yeah, a crap ton of side quests, and I'm going to do every single one. And for people who have played the game, I'm not going after every rage or after every lore, because that just takes too freaking long. Because I don't really consider that necessarily a side quest. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, the music in this game, outstanding. One of the best soundtracks, if not the best soundtrack in the franchise. And don't know what else to say. Oh yeah, because of all the side quests, this game is actually going to be significantly longer than the previous two that I've Let's Played, so this might take... this Let's Play is going to take some time. Alright, let's turn it down slightly. Translator, Ted Woosley. You're going to love Ted Woosley by the end of this game, I'm telling you.
Let's put her on point. No sense taking any risks. Forward!
Okay. So we have to go forward. Let's take a look at our party. So we got a girl, who we don't know her name, and then we've got Wedge and Biggs. Now, I can... wrong button. I can look at the girl's setup. Mithril knife, buckler, leather hat, leather armor. And I can look at... I can't look at these guys' equipment, at least not individually. What I need to do... You're on the menu screen, you just press left, and I can do anything here. I can, wrong buttons. I can, adjust the rows if I want to, that kind of stuff. But, if you press left, and you're over here, and then you press left again, okay, never mind. That's what I have to do. I have to select equipment, my bad, and then press left again, and it selects everybody. Then I can look at everybody's equipment. So Wedge and Biggs both have mithril blades, and they have the same armor and stuff as the girl. So, pretty standard stuff here. So let's get going. Imperial Magitech armor? Not even Narsh is safe anymore. That's the name of this place, Narsh. We got battles. Guards. These are tutorial battles. There's no way you can lose. Because, well, we're wearing Magitech armor, and it's severely overpowered. In fact, the Wedge is not even going to get a turn because the girl used Esper, which is an insta-kill thing, and I had Biggs use Fire Beam. The girl has more options than the guys do for some reason. And Biggs and Wedge gained a level and got 2 tonics. Tonics in this game are actually potions. And high potions in this game are called potions. So when you see a potion, it's really a high potion. When you see a tonic, it's a potion. And GP, that's our money, not Gil anymore. I think it's gold piece or something. In the original Final Fantasy, it was G, which stood for gold. Final Fantasy 2 and 3, of course, were not released in America. And the North American SNES release of Final Fantasy 4, it was GP. And in anthology remakes of Final Fantasy 5 and 6, it was GP. And of course, in this version, it's GP. So we Americans never actually got Gil until Final Fantasy 7. Although in Chronicles Final Fantasy 4, it was Gil. Oh yeah, I got a rare item. Serves no purpose in the game, but it's just there. A pendant. Worn by the girl who pilots the Magitech armor. So the girl's wearing a pendant. Just keep that in mind. It's not really important, but okay. Narsh's freedom depends on us. Yet these guys kill you, you need gaming lessons in gaming. Because you also have heal force. So if your HP gets too low, you can actually heal one of your characters. Let's use Ice Beam and see how that works. And Volt Beam. And as you can see, the girl has some magic. Cure and Fire. Wonder why she has magic. Anything you use on these guys will work. And these guys. Let's show off Confuser. That would confuse an enemy. I don't really need that. I'll show off Bio Blaster. That inflicts Bio on you. Oh, critical. Nice. You actually got a hit on me. It's going to inflict him with Bio. Well, it's going to kill him, but if he were still alive, he'd have Bio. That did good damage. Alright. Let us continue. We got him trapped now! Alright, now this is new in the series, Pincer Attack. You're surrounded. They automatically have the advantage on you, and you take more damage when they attack you, so yeah. Sadly, okay, Pincer attacks were also in Final Fantasy VII. I don't think they had them in any more games, sadly. Kind of wish they had them. And the girl gained a level, and so did the other 2 guys. There's also side attacks, which is where you surround the enemy. That's good. Pincer attacks were a nice little challenge to the game. Anyway, none of these houses you can go into. We must defend the mines! None of these houses you can go into. So you just blaze through the town. And see, Bio Blaster hits everybody. So I'm really glad that the girl came up first, because I can just, I can just kill them all, I think, in one shot. Yep, one shot. These are all scripted battles, by the way. I mean, not scripted. You control them, but they're not random. According to our source, the frozen Esper was found in a new mine shaft. Maybe this one. Maybe. Alright, got some music. Now we've got random battles. Oh, back attack. That's awesome. Back attack works like it always does. But in this game, in this situation, it worked out to my advantage because, okay, don't use Bio Blaster because I think these were-rats absorb it. Bio in this game is actually Poison Elemental. So if you get hit with Bio, you're poisoned. But a back attack worked in my favor because all it did was put me in the back row and I take less damage. And all the stuff that the Magitech armor can do is row independent. So this here's a save point. So an eerie glow surrounds you. No, I don't need to. Well, sure, I'll save. Why not? Let's just go ahead and save for the first time. Yeah. Anyways, I believe we go... Nope, gotta go straight. Oh, yeah. Oh, so close. More were-rats. Like I said, I'm pretty sure they absorb poison elementals, so don't use... Hang on 1 second. Sorry about that. Got a message. It was nothing important. And nothing. Yeah, nothing really to say right now. Like I said, the girl has magic. There's no need to use it because anything else you use works and it doesn't cost MP. What's up with this?
I'll handle this. I'll handle this. Stand back.
Got my voices mixed up.
Booyah!
Alright, that works. Let's go. We won't hand over the Esper! Oh boy.
Welk! Get them!
Alright, got a boss battle.
Hold it! Think back to our briefing. What about it? Do you recall hearing about a monster that eats lightning? It stores the energy in its shell. Right, so whatever you do, don't attack the shell.
Alright already! Don't attack the shell. You mean like this? Mega Volt! Ow! Let's not do that. Let's, I think Bolt Beam seems to work the best. Let's attack his head. Let's wait a second for the girl. This is basically another one of those tutorial battles, just like the previous two games. Because in a second here, what's going to happen? Okay, he's just going to do that. He inflicted slime on one of my guys. Okay, look, when he says "Grrr," he goes into his shell. Now the only thing I can attack is the shell, so I don't want to attack at all. I'm going to use this time to heal up. Now he made Wedge slow. I don't care about that. When his turn, okay, see, the girl's turn came up now, so I'm gonna wait on her. Actually, look, you can still defend if you want, but this is the first game. Okay, he's coming back out of his shell. I'll show you in a second. Let's use Tech Missile on the head. It does good damage. In this game, you can actually cycle through turns by pressing one of the buttons. 480, that was a good number. You can just cycle through turns instead of defending now. It doesn't cost, like, it'll keep your ATB bar going, so that's good. That's handy. So, yeah, just use that to your advantage. That's real nice. You don't have to defend if you want to skip somebody's turn now. And basically, you'll cycle, you'll just skip over to whoever has the next full ATB. And if nobody has a full ATB, it'll keep going to the one that you're trying to skip away from. So, if that makes any sense. That's very handy. Okay, he's coming back out of his shell again. We're going to use Tech Missile. Shouldn't be too much before he dies. This battle's all about timing. You just don't want to shoot him. Get about 2 turns on him and then wait. Because then... Oh, now he's dead. So, that was easy. It's like Final Fantasy 4 and 5 with the first boss. It was like, don't attack it when he does this. Because this will happen. Got a potion! Oh, I can continue now. Let's save. This must be the Esper. It's frozen in a block of ice. Let's check it out. This is the frozen Esper. Tri-talk. Oh, I love this music.
Hey, what's the matter? Do you know something we don't?
What's going on here? What? What's she doing? The frozen creature began emitting an eerie light. What's going on here?
Where's that light coming from? Wah! Hey, Wedge, where are you? What's happening?
What? And they're both dead. And the girl's like, "Are you my mother?" And what's going on here? Oh, that had to hurt. She probably just died. Well, looks like it's game over for us. That was Final Fantasy VI, everybody. Best game ever. Nah, just kidding. This adventure is not even started yet. I'm 480 volts. I will see you in my next video. We've got a long, epic ride ahead of us. Join me next time.